Let's talk about photo management, which is how to bring photos into Pictavo, how to organize those photos, and how the tools within Pictavo can help make both of those things a little bit easier for you. So the most obvious place is to go into the Photos area by clicking this icon. Inside Photos, you'll see a Candids icon. Any photo that gets brought into Pictavo that isn't part of a portrait database is going to be considered a Candid. So within Candids, you can create albums. And within those albums, you can create more albums. So if you and your staff needs to organize things by date or by season or by grade and homeroom, whatever it takes to keep things organized for you so that you know where to find the photos that you want on the pages of your yearbook, that's how you can go ahead and organize things. As you can see, there's an upload button down here within this football album that we just created. You can upload photos directly to whatever level of the album hierarchy that you want to. But we're actually going to head back out to this main level and click Manage My Photos so we can go to the Photo Management area. Photo Management will open directly over whatever pages you're working on. And as soon as you go into Photo Management, you're always going to be in the All Candids area. So we're going to go ahead and upload using this button down here. And we'll just grab a couple of photos. And those two will appear here in this All Candids area. Now, in order to stay organized and to kind of keep things tidy, it's probably a good idea to move these images to a place that makes a little bit more sense. So you can just select the images and then just drag them into the football folder that we just created. So now if you go into football, you can see that those images that we just brought in are now in the football folder. This photo right here is clearly rotated incorrectly. So in photo management, you can also rotate images as well as rename any photos. So we'll head back to All Candids and we're going to upload some photos a different way. We have a photos folder out here on my desktop and I can actually just grab a couple of images here and drag them right into that folder. And there they are. Now if I want to go into a specific album like High School Candids, I can do the same and it will load those photos directly into whatever album I have open. Now you also might notice that there's a little book icon up in the corner of some of the photos. That is going to show you what page that image has been used on. You'll also notice that some photos have this little tag icon by them. That is to let you know that something about this image has already been tagged with a keyword or with a name. So if we're going to, let's tag this image with back to school, and maybe we know that one of the girls in this photo is named Katie Miller. Maybe everyone calls her Katie Miller, but if in the student roster she is Kathleen Miller, we need to make sure that we use Kathleen Miller, because if we use Katie Miller, when it comes time to create an index, there's going to be both a Kathleen and a Katie Miller. So you want to make sure that you're being careful about how you spell names and that you're using whatever is populated in the student roster for each student's name. So now that we've assigned those tags, both Kathleen Miller and back to school, we can actually, if we search for back to school, it's going to give us a search result for the image that we just tagged with that. Now, I do want to mention that if you use tags for organization, you're going to want to be mindful of keeping a list of what those keywords are that you used for tagging, because when you do create an index, if you use the index feature, when you do create an index, each one of those keywords that you've tagged with for organization is also going to want to become an entry in your index as well. So once you create your index, you're going to need to take out those keyword tags like back to school or homecoming or whatever it is that you use. So just keep that in mind. So we can get out a search, and like I said before, this photo management area just opens over your pages. So when we're done, we can just X out of it and then we're back on pages. Now there is one more way that you can get photos into Pictavo. We'll go back to this photo folder that I have here, and I can actually just drag things right from my desktop or from a folder onto my pages. And again, this image is going to show up in the All Candids area. So if you want to make sure that it gets organized or filed away someplace else so that you can find it again later, you'll want to go back into Manage My Photos and make sure that you're organizing all of your photos in there.